Okay, people, it's the Nameless Rider here. Video number 2. I tried making a video this morning, but as usual, I couldn't figure out my recording device, and I recorded 10 minutes of, well, pretty much just talking to myself. At least it wasn't an important ride. So I found out that I'm riding to Pennsylvania this weekend. One of the last rides of the season. Couple of crazy buddies of mine are going to take a ride from Long Island to where we go motocross riding. It's in the coal country of Pennsylvania. It's where all the anthracite coal is mined for all of America for the past kabillion years. Really, really interesting place. You should look it up. The town is actually not even listed anymore because there's a coal mine fire that's been burning underneath the town since 1963. And it's really cool. The town's called Centralia. And every year we go there, and the mine fire is in a different place. It's moved on. At night, sometimes you can see like red glowing, and in the winter, you can see the smoke coming out. I don't know. It's a really interesting place to ride. We've been going there for about 4 or 5 years now. But since I sold my last dirt bike, no more motocross for me for a while. But my buddy Dean is coming. I got him into adventure riding last year. We headed down to Tail of the Dragon in Tennessee. It's about 600 miles away. He never really rode much, so we went and got his motorcycle license, and the crazy bastard just picks up and goes right to Tennessee with me a few days after getting his license. And it took us 2 days to get there. We drove the Blue Ridge Parkway, saw the views, had the time. Really, really good ride. And then we got there, and Tail of the Dragon's a hard ride. It's 318 turns in 11 miles, which, and there's no inlets. There's no way for cars to come in. So once you're on the Dragon, you're on your own. Nobody's going to intersect with you. So it's really kind of like a rite of passage for most motorcycle riders, is to get to Tail of the Dragon. And of course, try to do it as fast as you can. It's really, really technical and really, really fun. But Dean found out the hard way that he gets a type of moto sick, I guess you'd call it. Not seasick, but basically if you do this a lot, and back and forth, and the turns at the Dragon are just they just keep coming. There's 318 of them. So after about 5 miles, I just took off. I wanted to enjoy it, and I headed down to Deal's Gap, and I got there, and after about 10-15 minutes, I realized Dean's not coming. I got a little nervous, turned around, went back the other way, and then I find Dean on the side of the road, which I thought he'd be on the side of the road, nursing a broken everything, and no, he's doubled over, looking like you just drank about a whole bottle of tequila in 7 seconds. The poor guy he got sick, and he could barely ride back, and it made the rest of our trip a little interesting. We couldn't ride the Dragon, but we made the best of it and did a bunch of other rides. So then it's time to go home. We had our time there, and I mentioned to Dean that I like to do, marathon riding. I like to iron, but I like to push, as far as I can go with the ride. And he was down for it, and this guy, what a trooper. I tell you, he didn't bitch, moan, complain, whine, cry, nothing. This guy went at it. And we ended up doing the whole thing in one day. It was 13 hours, I think, we were in the saddle. No, not 13, I'm sorry. It was more like 11 hours in the saddle. And we did really, really well. We had a great time. Yeah, I lost my train of thought with that one. This is where I have to learn how to edit. I have no idea how to edit. I'm going to get some good software, and I could do that stop editing and whatever. And my buddy Pete was giving me some good pointers. These are all trial videos. I don't even know if these are going to make it onto the real channel. I'm just learning how to talk and how to pronunciate, and just not look people fall asleep while I'm talking. So I'm still coming up with a name. I've thought of, I don't know, Drop It Old Paul, because I'm dropping everything to go to South America. My nickname for a while was Pork Slap, so I was thinking Moto Pork Slap Moto, anything. I'll come up with a weird name eventually. Yeah, I rode the whole way to the train station this morning thinking I was recording. I wasn't doing shit. I just talked to myself for 10 minutes. Live and learn, right? So I'm going home, drop off the bike, and I'm going to pick up my doggie. My ex-girlfriend, she has custody, I guess you would say, and I get my visits, and I'm going to go pick up my doggie. So I got some company tonight, and that'll be really nice. But I'm really looking forward to this ride to Pennsylvania. Be a nice, one last little hurrah for the season. And I got one tagline I think I'm going to come up with as I close out this ride here for the day, or for the night, or for the time, for whatever. And I don't know if it's going to sound good, but I'm going to say it. And this is it. It's, I forgot what I was going to say. No. Peace, love, and wheelies for all. How's that sound? Peace, love, and wheelies for all. I would do a wheelie on the bike, but my front fork seal's blown out, and if I did a wheelie, the whole suspension might give, and, well, that'd be really, really exciting if you lay out the front end. So, that's it. Peace, love, and wheelies for all, and let's see how this video comes out. Bye.